Welcome everyone, this is Shocking Jay. I'm Bren, joined by Ryan, and we are here for another episode of Anime Static. This time for...
Rumbling.
Attack on Titan season finale discussion.
Series finale,
final season discussion.
It's over.
It's over, we've seen it, we've watched it.
Attack
it's been
on
10
Titan,
years.
It's over.
It's
well, that
10
makes
years.
it sound bad.
We're going to take
We don't
10
dislike
years
it.
and put it into 10 minutes. 10 years into 10 minutes. So here's what... No, a little bit longer.
Wow, that'd be impressive. Maybe we should make it 10 minutes.
That would be actually pretty... That'd be pretty crazy. 1 year a minute.
We'll see where we are in 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, so we're going to talk about a couple things, actually a few things. We're going to do a final episode thought,
Then like
discussion,
final season. And then like the whole show.
And then, yes,
all
the
in
whole show.
10 minutes.
All in 10 minutes. All right, here we go. Ready, set. So, final episode thoughts.
Yeah,
Ryan, we watched the final episode.
Bren just watched it, finished it for the first time. And I had watched it when the dub came out, which was a few months ago. Hopefully, only a few months ago from when this goes up. Try and get this out soon. But I just rewatched a little bit with you for the last like 30 minutes of the final episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the ending of Attack on Titan, which is pretty crazy because we started with the dub, which was like almost 10 years ago now in 2014.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is a long time. It's wild to think about.
Yeah, and the funny thing is though, is that like it's not even like, oh, I feel like when this happened. It's like literally like the craziest and like densest part of the show, which is basically like the final season. It like just gets more dense as it goes on.
Yeah.
Is like the final season is like just the last bit, but even the last bit it's so funny because the final season started in 2020. Or 2019, I think fall of 2019 or early 2020. So even then, it's been 4 years since the final season started.
Yeah, because they broke it up into two pieces, and then the last two episodes. That's
so literally it was like final season part 1, final season part 2, and then special 1, and then special 2. Yeah, there are endless jokes about it. We don't need to make more, but yeah, they split it up a lot. They split the 4th season into 4 parts. And now it's over. And yeah, I liked it. It was fun. We'll get into it a little bit more. I didn't love some parts of the ending, but like overall I think it's a really good show. And like I think the ending was still like pretty good. I like the very final scene of the whole show is the time lapse. Yeah. Showing war continuing and then the boy finding the tree that Eren was buried under. And I really like that. It kind of, it's the whole just like, is war endless, this endless cycle.
Yeah. Very profound thematic ending.
And so like even though like I didn't like love the ending, like season 3 and season 4 like just are so good. Like they're so good. Like even because I have seen like just some other thoughts. I see, it's hard to not see opinions on Attack on Titan. It's such a big show.
Yeah.
But like, so I've seen things where people are like, oh, once the rumbling starts, it's all downhill from there. And I'm like, I don't really think so. I'm like, all the stuff with the boat, them trying to get to the plane and trying to get to the boat is like so fun. It's so engaging. It's so compelling.
It is really engaging.
It's like, I just want to keep watching. And like the way that the plot threads are like just layered on top of each other are so good. Like how one thing goes to the next. One of my favorite episodes is, we just watched a little bit of it because I was like, Bren, this is one of my favorites that makes me cry, is Children of the Forest with Sasha's parents and the whole reveal with Gabi and Falco being with them and like, oh, they're actually Eldians. And then there's Niccolo who loved Sasha and it's like, oh, Gabi killed Sasha and then all the other scouts are there and then Eren comes in. It's like, this is all just like so good. And I'm just like, I love watching the show. And like, there's just so many things it does so well. It's like, even though like, this little bit of the ending, I mean, I guess we haven't really said anything huge spoilers, but I mean, in case it wasn't obvious, full spoilers, we're talking about the whole show.
Whole show's done. We're talking about everything. Everything's on the table. We can't possibly talk about it.
I think we made it clear, but yeah. So like, yeah, even though, I didn't love everything about the very, very end. It's still like really good. I still thought the ending was solid. The final fight around and within Eren, like around his huge Titan body, is like really fun. At the very end, I thought when I was watching it, when I saw when there's that last moment where everyone turns, the Titan powers go away, and the other Marlians, they point their guns, and they're like, how do we know you're not... That moment, I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what is this gonna be? Is this some whole... I was like, oh, okay, it's actually nothing. Armin was just...
It was just a moment for Armin to
be
show
like, no,
his...
I'm the one who killed Eren, you know, and just like, we're defenseless. And then I saw I saw a comment make a good point too on that scene of like, that's the first time, like, anyone, that's the first time anyone in the whole show has ever seen mindless Titans just turn back into humans. And I'm like, you know, that's a really good point. They would be probably really scared, you know, especially like these guys who I don't know how many Titans they've ever fought, but it's like, oh, here are these Marlian bad guys, and they just turned into mindless Titans and suddenly changed back into humans. Are they now the strongest they've ever been because they can all just change at will and they're not mindless? So I don't know. That was just a little thing there, because that scene made me mad at first, because I was like, oh, we're going to do this whole shooting guns at each other.
Yeah.
And
okay. Super fair.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, from his perspective, you know what? That's actually totally fair, because it's so easy to like... I mean, just from like
I hadn't thought about
that. Watching perspective, it's like, I didn't think about it either. Yeah, I'm glad I read that comment. But just like from a watching perspective, like keeping track of all of these threads and over all these years, like Zeke is just like one little part and like makes everything so much more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a fun show. This is a fun show overall. Just like, I really liked it.
I agree. And I think you said it well when you're talking about the show is so well layered.
Yeah,
with
the paths.
The paths, literally, in the show, but also the characters, intertwining, the story overlapping, and
just pacing and just writing.
The pacing is really good, especially in the final season and especially in the final episode.
I'd say season 3 too, also.
Yeah, season 3 was much better.
Season 2 we've talked about, and it's funny. That's like the oldest video on our channel is us talking about season 2. But like season 2. When it was airing was kind of like a little disappointing, even though it had... That was the last
time I was up to date on the show.
Yeah, even though it had like some of the hypest moments. Is because season 2, watching that, it's like, where's this going? Like, what's happening?
It week to week was tough, and I'm sure
it's better in hindsight.
It's in our first episode or whatever, one of our first episodes, and I loved it, but it made me not want to watch everything like the day it aired.
Oh, up to date. Was that what made you?
That made me be like, I'm gonna wait till the season's over and I'm gonna binge it.
Wait, for like all shows or just this show?
Especially this show, but a lot of...
Because I know you feel that way. You don't like binging things. Or I mean, sorry, you do like binging things. You don't like watching week to week.
I don't like watching week to week.
Yeah.
It's too much of a... And you know, call it what you will, but like I enjoy being able to sit here and like go to the next episode and
at your own pace.
Yeah. And I shouldn't say I don't like being up to date. I don't mind being up to date. I just don't like having to watch one episode at a time. I'd rather wait 3 weeks, watch 3 episodes in a row, wait 3 weeks, watch 3 episodes in a row, or something to that extent. And I'd say that for just in general, but especially with the show, it made me not want to be up to date all the time.
Yeah.
And even though season 3 was, like you said, super proactive, super fast, much better pacing.
Yeah.
It would... Like you said, it changed the way I looked at it, but I think season 3, season 4 episodes, the specials or whatever, are action-packed. Everything is on top of each other. They're tying in stuff from way before, even like the scenes of the scouts, and you're like, I recognize like 2 of those characters. Like the rest of them, I don't remember because it's been 10 years.
You mean like the main cat? You mean like Connie? Or you mean like random guys?
No, like when they look, when like Levi looks and sees Erwin and Hanji.
Yeah.
And
and there's like a couple others. It's
there's,
like,
there's
that
like
guy.
20 others and that you see, but it's like I only recognized Erwin and Hanji, and then I'm like, I couldn't tell you who the rest of these people are because it's been so long.
I mean, I don't know their names, but like there's only like one guy I can think of, and then like Levi's squad. Like he had a squad, and then they all died to Annie, and that like in season 1. It's like, I mean, it is season 1 stuff.
That. Yeah,
like that stuff is very season 1, so it's fair to not remember that. Like I don't remember a lot from season 1.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it's only like because it's only like 2 episodes. It's like you meet Levi's squad, and then they chill with Eren for a bit, and then it's like, okay, going into the forest. Here comes Annie. Annie just kills all of them except for Levi and Eren.
crazy.
And it's
Levi,
yeah,
definitely the best character in this show.
yeah,
Without
he's your
a doubt.
favorite.
Yeah.
I really like Levi. I'm glad he didn't die.
I think
totally thought he was gonna die.
Oh, totally thought he was gonna die.
He's like, oh, he's dead.
I was gonna be so upset.
He's seeing Erwin. It's over. He's dying.
Over.
And honestly, I wasn't that mad. But I was like, please don't die. And I was like, he didn't die. He gets to live. He's in a wheelchair with and handing out lollipops.
Yeah. I also wanted to see more of the what's their clan again?
Mikasa?
Yeah.
The
Ackerman. I wanted to see more like
Ackermans.
Ackerman stuff in the final episode.
That would have been. Well, I don't know where you would have. Well, it would have been nice to learn more about them.
I would have liked to learn more because they're like, oh, Ackermans aren't affected by this gas, and it's like that's super cool.
Yeah,
why?
A part of me wants to be like, oh, I want to see, the early Ackerman.
Yeah,
like, I'm just like, oh, what was that like with their relationship with
we
the
did
king?
all these, like
yeah, that would have been interesting.
Jump back to the royal family timelines and or flashbacks.
Yeah, we never really go back that far. Like the most that we get is like with the little stuff with I don't remember his name exactly, but it was like when we get the flashbacks with I know his name. Don't tell me. Not Zeke. Levi's uncle is named Kenny. Kenny.
Yeah.
I was about to scream it because that's what he does. Kenny. Kenny. When we get Kenny's flashback stuff, he had a relationship with one of the royal or one of the Historia's something like that, related to them, that line, the royal family. And we get like a bit of him. Yeah. Remember that guy? Yeah. So we get a bit there, but that's like the closest because we get like a mere 2,000 years ago flashbacks, and then like that, like there's no other middle ground there.
Yeah. And while we won't be able to talk about everything, I will say as much as we want.
We're gonna talk about whatever we want.
We're gonna hit some.
Here are the parts that are notable.
Some key points that we want to. One of them being, all right, final episode thoughts. What did you think of the conclusion that the conclusion of Aaron's decision being we're getting rid of Titans because that was his decision.
I know that this is the part where I'm like, okay, here we go. I should look this up. Someone has an answer, maybe. I don't know. Why didn't Aaron turn everyone into take away Titan powers earlier?
Before the rumbling? Yeah, why was that?
Well, like at the moment, like, okay, if that's what we needed, right? So it's like, why didn't, when Zeke touched Aaron's head, and then that happened, then they talked in their head and Zeke's in control, no, Aaron's in control, that whole part. And then Aaron took control. Why didn't Aaron in that moment take away all Titan powers?
Yeah, why was Zeke's?
Because he had to do the rumbling. He saw the future. I guess it goes back into that.
It's that whole memories thing of the founder, right?
He saw the future, the paths. He saw the future, and he's like, everything I've done, I've followed this. He wanted to help that boy in the alley, that example they gave, and he's like, okay, I see myself helping the boy. I'm not going to help him. But he's like, I have to help him. And it's like, okay. So the future is unchangeable. I don't think that's the case. I think we're supposed to learn from that is it's not. My read on it is like, okay, you could change. Aaron could have changed the future, but he just was mentally just could not handle it all. And a part of him, I think, like he says, a part of him wanted to go through with it. A part of him was, the anger and hatred inside of him just wanted to do it. Yeah. And because that's kind of his character. It's like that's he wanted to kill all Titans. Angry, yeah. He wants to kill all of his enemies.
Yeah.
And then I think at the end, why he dies is because he's just like, I saw this happen. He's just kind of like, I saw this happen. I'm just going to go with it. And yeah. I mean, so it's a little more complicated than first glance, but yeah, that's the part I didn't love the most because it's kind of like, okay, Aaron. It's a little unsatisfying.
I will agree. It is unsatisfying because, and we talked a little bit about like conclusions and endings. Like Code Geass does this really great one. Yes,
this specifically has been compared to Code Geass of like protagonist.
I will be the enemy of the world.
I will be the bad guy and then sacrifice myself. Although Aaron's is like a bit more complicated where Lelouch was like, I am doing this. I am fighting against, and then was like, what have I done? I've gone too far. I'm changing. I'm going to sacrifice myself. So that I think in that aspect was done better, but it's not exactly the same. But yeah, it's similar.
It's done better because I think all these like flashbacks and like Aaron having all these conversations with these characters, is really cool, but we only learn about the best parts of it literally right at the end. Like we watch
What specifically? The
like
best
that
part?
he talked to Annie, that he talked to
that he talked to
Connie, he talked to
that he
John.
talked to them and told them and then wiped their memories.
Yes.
So you wanted that like earlier.
I just wanted it done
Because that kind of
I wish those conversations were highlighted more. And I wish honestly I wish the conversations had better dialogue. Because I thought his with Armin's was like the first half of it was just kind of like I getting into those scenes, I really didn't care that much.
Yeah, because it's like, it's over, Aaron, you dead.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what are you gonna say?
I forgot that happened.
And there
after
was never
he died.
this like, every time I thought he was gonna have these moments like Lelouch of like, oh, I saw this, and I'm the one who saw this, so and the only answer is for me to fall on the sword, and nobody can help me. And the only way for me to do it successfully is to do it by myself and not tell anybody, and then have that be the great reveal at the end. And every time I thought that, he made another decision. He did something else. He said something else. That's like, who is this character? Because
I don't think it was just that. I don't think it was just Aaron being like, this is what I have to do. I mean, I guess he did think that, but I think it was more like Aaron almost felt pressure of the future of like, this is my destiny. I have to now fulfill it. Like, this is what's going to happen, and I just have to do it. You know, like I don't think it was as I think with that breakdown at the end is supposed to show us that like Aaron was not like this mastermind. He was just kind of like I mean, it's not exactly this, but he even says he's like, I'm just a guy, I'm just a kid who was given way too much power and was just an idiot. And it's like, that's kind of him being like, yeah, like I know I'm not doing this right or whatever. Like, I think a part of it is definitely true though, of him being like, I am the chosen one. Because like I think about like season 3, and he has that moment when he's chained up and they rescue him, and he's like crying. He's like, I'm worthless. My dad that's when he finds out his dad killed all of Historia's parents, and he's like, just kill me. Like, I don't want to be alive. And and then in season 3 later, he sees the future. So I think he just kind of felt like he just was all over the place and was like,
he was. Yeah.
And then seeing the future and so much of it, it's like, oh, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing. Like, I guess this is the plan.
That's fair. And I will say,
this is what I don't like though. So I'm not like 100% on board, but I think this is what it's trying. This is kind of my read on it.
That there's not finalities or really polished character archetypes, and they're supposed to be realistic. That's fair.
Well, just at least for Aaron, of just kind of like, not okay. That being said, though, not that even though something makes sense, that doesn't always make it the best story. Like, being realistic doesn't always mean like something can make sense, but still not be like, that's kind of unsatisfying though.
I agree.
Like that I think is kind of what this is a little bit.
Yeah, and that's where I'm getting at, because some people are like, oh, that's super good that he's realistic and he's making these decisions and he is who he is, but like, I've never liked his character, especially since the beginning. I don't. But you bring up a good point. So I do want to like acknowledge that, but what you're saying is, I'm left unsatisfied with his character. I've always been unsatisfied with his character. Maybe hot take. I don't know. I've never really, for me, I've never loved Armin's character. I've never loved Aaron's character.
Or Mikasa.
Mikasa should just stick to fighting, and the rest of the scenes of her like just being panned to and then not saying anything and sitting in silence makes me want to like skip to the next episode. But her fight scenes are really cool. I love the whole Ackerman storyline and her trying to figure out and discover what this relationship is between her and Aaron, what it means, all that stuff. I think is really layered, and I like it.
I do like I know I'm like, okay, no, I'm not just gonna like tie myself into a knot here, or I don't know. I'm gonna like back myself into a corner here, but like I don't remember, because like there is that scene right after the Children of the Forest episode. They have that talk, and Aaron's like, okay guys, here's the truth. Like, Mikasa, you get headaches, it's because your blood, Ackerman blood, mistook me for your leader, so now you have to protect me. And then like Armin tries to attack Aaron, and Mikasa stops him, and it's like, wait, is he right? But then it's like we find out later that's like, okay, it's not true. And Mikasa kills him in the end, so obviously it's not true. But like there is some stuff there where it's like, okay, it's kind of, interesting. But now I'm like, I don't remember exactly what happens.
Yeah, I feel like it was introduced
because he lies
in a way that
about
was really interesting.
He admits that he lies about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, oh, I love this like plot twist of like, oh, what is this dynamic between the characters now? And then I feel like they like dangle it in front of your face, and then they just like take it away, and you're like, are we gonna follow through on this at all?
They do explain it. They do, but yeah, the Ackerman stuff I know is like, oh, would have been nice to see.
Let's jump to final season thoughts as a whole. I know we kind of were all over the place, so.
Final season as a whole, very good. Season
started
4?
in 2019, crazy.
I think so.
Well paced, quality, good story, good characters.
Like, yeah, just like so dense.
Super dense.
Season 4, it's like literally Bren, because like I was watching it like up to date. I just watched it as it came out, but Bren didn't. You watched like most of season 4 within like the past few months. You know, right?
I'd say in the past like 6 months, I've watched like all of
basically all of season 4. Yeah. So like you're on like season 4, episode 3 even, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I can talk to you about. I'm like, what has been revealed? What is revealed at the end of season
from the next is so much can change.
Like I don't, and then okay, the funniest part is when you're like halfway through season 4 and you're talking about Zeke. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, I don't remember. I'm like, is that the part where Zeke is going to die? He's going to blow him? Okay, yes. You're at the part where Zeke's about to blow himself up. I can't tell you. It's like impossible to talk about because it's like, I watched this a year ago. Yeah. I don't know what's been revealed when. And it's like, thinking back, it's like, yeah, before season 3, it's like so little. It's like all the reveals happen in season 4, you know, almost. At the end of season 3, you get the basement stuff, which is really good. But
yeah, the basement
season
stuff.
4, it's like so complicated, but pretty good. It falls a little bit into like, okay, I'm sorry, what can Aaron do? What are his powers? Like what? I'm sorry, Aaron and Zeke touch, and then what are they able to do exactly? You know, like there's a little power kind of what is going on, but
yeah, the power.
It's really good for like the most part. It's like, okay, this all makes sense. It's all pretty good. The wine, it's, you know,
it is. It feels like, and I was talking to Perry a little bit about this, it feels like a show where the power creep is just going out of control. And compare it to like Dragon Ball Z, compare it to even like Marvel, where you're like, okay, think back to Iron Man 1, right? The power is like shoot a laser, like fly, super cool. And then you get into like the Avengers, and it's like all of these insane power. And at one point you're like, but all of this doesn't happen over like 10 years like the Marvel cinematic. It's like in a season. It just goes from like, oh, people can transform into Titans and control that piece to they're literally in people's heads, seeing the future.
No, what in the final episode?
Summoning hundreds of Titans.
I don't remember. There's just like funny stuff that they like. Okay. Like
the Attack Titan now is all of a sudden this thing that takes up like an entire city.
Oh, that's like the founder plus royal blood. Like that's the rumbling full like unleashed. But like I was just gonna say crazy. Like there's just some funny stuff. Like I've seen brought up a comment of just talking about like Rhina can Rhina, I don't know if it's just Rhina, can move his body to anywhere in the Armored Titan's body. Like that's something he can do. Like he can move, like all the Titans are in their nape, but like during season 3 when they're fighting, he moves his consciousness to like another part of his body or something. So even though his body's destroyed, it can still regenerate. I don't know. So there's some funny stuff where it's like, okay, I guess they can just do that.
Yeah.
There's some power stuff that's like, what? The Warhammer Titan is crazy, but really cool.
Yeah, and we don't really get to see too much of it. Probably gets to it, and then all of a sudden they're just like summoning Titans from the past, and you're like, "This is."
Well, that's kind of fun. That's like, okay, this is silly, but like,
it's cool. Like,
it's because Armin is like in the paths, and they're like, all of our friends that we know who are past Titans, come help us. But yeah, it's really funny. It's like, okay, this is just at this point, it's fun.
Yes,
it kind of makes sense, but it is like just like magic. Like it's just like magic. It's just magic at this point.
At least there's like some sensibility of.
It's the final episode magic.
It's just pandemonium, but
also,
at least some A plus B equals C. But like,
Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
You don't need to. Sorry, I looked it up. Final season started December 2020.
Okay, 2020.
And then it ended in November 2023. So the final season in whole was like 3 years.
Dang.
Just about.
It's a lot.
Although, yeah, for the dub, it really was a little bit. Because the final episode in the dub released January 2024. So like a month ago. Just about a month ago, I think, for us.
This is the best timing we've had in a while.
When we're recording. Yeah, for closeness.
I know.
Following up the My Hero Academia season 5, like, all right, so 2 years ago, remember season 5?
Yeah. Doing a little bit better about trying to keep up to date. Now
yeah,
my goal
we'll
is
see.
to
Hopefully
finish.
get this uploaded sooner.
I gotta finish.
We did pass 10 minutes, though, unfortunately. I think we're at 25 minutes, so... Wrap it up.
Okay.
No,
here we go.
It's fine.
Final episode.
Yeah, we talked
crazy
about,
pandemonium, super fun.
We talked about that. We talked about the final season.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the entire series.
Okay. Did you want to talk about season 4 though? Just season 4, because you're so fresh on it too compared to everything else.
Okay.
Like, because you have the nice perspective of like seeing most of all of the whole final season together. Like you didn't have to wait for those final chapters. You just got to go straight.
Yeah. Honestly, even though it's recent and I've seen, like, I didn't take a break in between, it is still a blur of being like, what is final episode and what is season 4? Because, like you said, so much happens in season 4. Everything
it's
from
so dense.
It's so dense, and
remember Eren, Sasha died? That was this season.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like what?
Yeah, they they go to Marley and like blow up the place and take the
remember
and take
Willie
back.
Tiber? Remember him?
That's also and it feels like season 4 was 2 seasons.
I mean,
and I know it was
kind of
was
in a way, but
yeah. I feel like it's more than half the show. Because
it's not,
and it's not, which is crazy. So I feel like it's super dense, and in a good way, it brought a lot of content, action, character development. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Not everything about it I loved, but I think the pacing was good.
I thought Gabi was good. People don't like Gabi. I like Gabi.
I think Gabi's fine.
She's not amazing, but like as a parallel to Eren is fun.
Yeah,
because
that's a good point.
She is like, okay, Gabi, you're kind of annoying, but also like, well, from her perspective, the Jedi are evil.
Yeah, that's a good parallel. I like that, and it was. I think you said it best at the beginning. Super engaging.
Yeah, the show's just like fun.
There's always something going on, especially season 3, season 4. I will say I don't know if I liked it as much as season 3, because season 3 I felt like I could keep my head around everything.
Simpler, but still really engaging.
Yeah, simpler but still really engaging.
Sure.
Season 4, like, you're just getting your mind
crazy
blown.
with the lore.
Yeah.
Going crazy with these characters and who's on whose side and all these like...
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaegerus is like kind of funny. I don't like love Flock and stuff, but it's very funny to just like watch him.
Yeah. Like this is... yeah. Like Eren's name is being turned into a giant...
I know the Jaegerus. Oh, that was one of the other things.
Government faction.
The one other thing that I don't understand. I shouldn't say I don't understand it, but I think is a little strange, is at the very end. It's like, okay, now Eldians and the Island of Paradis, they're all like, yeah, fight for us, blah, they're like, they're Jaegers still,
we
basically.
need to finish the rumbling.
But I'm like...
No one told them
Historia,
what Eren actually did.
I'm like, Historia's still the leader, but she doesn't... that was a look, I'm like, Historia's still the leader. But she doesn't want this whole... I'm like, why does she just... I'm the leader, stop, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just answered myself as like, yeah, you can't... What is Historia going to do? If she doesn't want the Jaeger's way, she's just going to be killed, or something like that. Like,
well, then what's the whole point of Eren and Historia's conversation? Right? They're like on the farm, and Historia's like, you can't do the rumbling.
Oh no, you're asking me questions that I don't know. I'm prepared to answer.
I
don't remember enough.
I don't know. And I'm probably missing a lot of things here. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I am too. It's okay. Character motivation stuff is hard for me. Like, that's the type of stuff where it's like, okay, you need to like rewatch the show from the beginning.
Yeah, and I would love to.
And knowing everything,
I could barely make it through all of this in 10 years and 3 years. Yeah. I would be, and I would love to do a deep dive into the wiki or fill in all the gaps, because I think it would be really rewarding to do.
A part of me that was kind of like, you know what, I'm good now. Like I'm okay. Like I'm.
But
good.
yeah, this show was so much
like
that
a part of me doesn't want to rewatch. I mean, I don't like rewatching things in general, but it is just like thinking about season 3 and 4. It's like, oh yeah, there are a lot of good points. And like, would it be fun to see season 1 again with?
I would watch season 1 again, and that's
knowing
it.
everything.
Knowing everything, I would just watch season 1. I don't feel the need to watch any of the other seasons again, but going back to like season 1, being like, oh, what was the sentiment? Like I love the whole scout regiment at the beginning. Like we're scouts. That kind of identity piece being woven in in the final season was really cool.
What does it mean at the end when they're all Jaeger as scouts? Not really, but kind of. It's just war and like is this cycle and all of that and fighting for the cause and like the show turns everything on its head. We're fighting Titans. Oh, but Titans are Eldians.
We're Eldians. What are Eldians? Yeah, we're
the Titan. Like we're fighting Titans. We're just fighting other Eldians who were just sent here from the rest of the world.
Yeah, who were turned into mindless.
Like and
Titans.
So like from an outside perspective, looking at season 1, it's just like it's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So maybe
not many shows can like change this much and like be better. Almost. Yeah. It's like it's impressive.
It is impressive.
It is a crazy show.
It is a really crazy show. Any more thoughts on final season? Things you want to touch on?
I really like Rhina.
Yeah, I do like Rhina's character a lot.
Zeke was funny.
I feel like he almost died like 6 times.
I'm really happy he didn't die. I'm really happy Rhina didn't die.
Me too. I feel like his character was a quintessential thematic piece that they were trying to keep
one of my favorite
the entire time.
Too. I like his voice actor. I'm blanking on his name for the English dub. We watched it all in English. Except for the OVAs before they were dubbed. I watched those and sub, but yeah.
Levi,
yeah, Matthew Mercer.
Matthew Mercer's great.
Does a great job as
Ervin.
Levi. I love tired Levi. Just be like, all right, one more time. You can't stop me.
One small into the breach.
Of just him like with Zeke and just like the SpongeBob meme is exactly what that is. When he fights Zeke again, just how many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man. It's so funny. Zeke's not even that old. But it's funny. Good. Yeah, really great performances. Sorry, what were you gonna say? You were
Final
saying
seasons.
We were just saying Levi, and you were gonna mention someone else of like characters.
Ervin.
Oh, Ervin.
They got a little bit more. He got a couple lines.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, some of the voice actors were saying like farewell to like Attack on Titan because they like it ended. And J. Michael Tatum was like, who voices Ervin. He was like, I haven't. He's like, I stopped watching the show when Ervin died. And he's like, I still haven't watched it, and I don't intend on watching it because Ervin died not getting to know what was in the basement, and neither do I. I'm like, whoa, okay.
That's a little too meta commitment.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I would do that, but I'm like, that's pretty cool. Or not cool, but like, I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's like, wow, he really like that's how much he loves the character. Like that's cool. That's why it's cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like yeah, he did a great job. Like so many of them did a great job.
Yeah. That's crazy. Although Ervin was at the end and he can see everything.
Yeah, he gets one little scene, so I'm like, okay, maybe he probably just came in to record that scene. He's like, I'm dead. I don't want to know anything else. Which is funny.
Yeah, but good voice actors.
Yeah, there's like too much to talk about in season 4.
Too much to talk about.
It's really good. Children of the Forest is great. I cry when I rewatch it.
Yeah. I think Hanji, especially in the second half of season 4, is really great. Seeing her
gets that moment at the end.
Yeah.
Gets her moment just.
Oh, I mean, she goes from like this crazy scientist to want to find out things about, and then
still being
she just
a crazy
like
scientist.
unleashes these like tactical, super insane soldier moves, like just destroying Titans left and right, and you're like, dang, if you just had like an army of Hanjis, you could kill the Rumbling. Not actually, but you start to.
She was full adrenaline, just going crazy, just like she knew she was gonna die.
Yeah, literally going down in flames, crazy. Yeah. So
the show definitely has the like there's nothing special about Connie or Jean. They're just kind of friends with Eren, so they got to come this far. Like they're not really.
Their character development has been significant.
No, I just mean like it's just funny. It's like the
they're not like
okay. Spoilers for Naruto, for all of Naruto. At the end of Naruto Shippuden, it's like okay, it's Naruto and Sasuke and they're the strongest, and then also all of their friends and no one else matters. Like if anyone was 5 years older or 5 years younger than Naruto, they actually don't matter at all unless you're Konohamaru. So it's like all of Naruto's friends are important. All of Aaron's friends are important. It's like Jean and Connie are here. They're saviors of the world. They're not really more special than anyone else. Like there's so many other scouts. So that's just funny to think about. It's like, yeah, these guys at the end, they just, I thought it did it well though, is what I'm going to say. It's like, I thought it did it well, even though it is kind of like,
if you think about
only
it
my
that way,
friends
yeah.
are the important ones, But it wasn't entirely that, because it's not like they level. I mean, it's not like they actually, like, Connie doesn't actually have powers, so he's not actually like.
He's not like an Ackerman bloodline.
Like he doesn't. Connie doesn't
royal.
do anything. Anyone like he doesn't do. Connie doesn't do anything crazy where it's like, why is Connie able to do that? It's like, no, he's just a guy, and he's just here because it makes sense, because he's the friend, So they make it make sense, and I think that's well done. But it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's just something I thought about thinking about Hanji, and it's like you're talking about like Hanji doing such a good job. I'm like, shouldn't there be like 30 other people who are better at ODM deer than Hanji?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's fine. Like she's
Yeah, they just got wiped out by some Titan at some point in the show. Who knows?
It's fine. It's just a little funny thinking about that.
Is part of the show, So, shall we go to entire season thoughts? I know we've kind of
wrap it up,
jumped there and jumped back, but let's do ratings, our favorite part about the show, and then maybe something we wanted to see.
Favorite part about the show. Favorite part. I mean,
let's do ratings first. So out of 10,
just like out of 10
goes on my anime list. What are you giving it?
Goes on no points, 1 to 10. Whole show, yeah. If I could rate it on my anime list as one show, I don't like.
Are these whole numbers? I forgot.
Yeah, no points, no
points?
fives.
Okay.
Because like I really am like 8 or like 9. I think it deserves a 9. The only thing that would hold me back from a 9 would be like, yeah, season 1 is pretty good, but like also like it seems kind of slow. Like it doesn't seem kind of slow. It is kind of slow. Like season 1 suffers a little bit from like almost feels like shonen pacing of like Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
But like season 1 is like it's a little slow.
Yeah.
That would be like the only thing, but honestly it's probably like a 9, 8.5, but I can't do that. So like 9 I'd say in total, because that's like pretty. I think it's just like a really good show overall. I'll try and think about my favorite part. What do you think?
I would agree. I'm in between an 8 and a 9. 8 is kind of my personal preference on it, but like you're saying, the quality of the show is a 9 for sure. And I feel like if I look at my anime list, like there's some 8s that I think are way worse than Attack on Titan.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And then if I look at 9s, I'm sure there's some 9s where I'm like, oh, that's so much better than Attack on Titan.
This is
in my personal preference.
No,
because
there aren't many shows like this where it's like,
right,
okay, like even looking at all the anime you've seen, it's like how many are full adaptations? Like here's the ending, we know the ending, and also like this long and like in this format with this many seasons, like even Code Geass is like 2 seasons, 50 episodes, which is shorter than this, but like those were made so close together too. Like it was just kind of a complete thing. So I mean, I shouldn't use Code Geass as an example for Finish when they're like, okay, yeah, we're like more Code Geass movies are on the way this year.
Ooh.
So it's like, okay, I guess the story isn't, but it's also like an alternate universe. I don't know, whatever. But yeah. Like there's not a lot of shows like this that get to this many episodes and are like finished.
Yeah.
So in that way, it is kind of like a Naruto, but it's not that long. But yeah,
it's its own thing.
Yeah, and I think so. It's hard to compare against. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to compare against other shows to just be like, oh yeah, Attack on Titan's a 9, and this other show's a 8. It's like, well, it's so different.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. Everything we've been talking about really makes it stand alone.
How unique it is.
Yes, it's super unique, and I think that's something to really like about the show and respect about the show. So yeah, I'm gonna land on a 9.
Yeah. Not
my favorite 9 personally, but quality wise, it is really hard to deny a lot of the things that this show does well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we both 9s.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
What is something that you wanted to see? Let's just say final season, final episodes. What is something that you wanted to see that we didn't?
Wanted to see that we didn't see? I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, Yeah, because you brought up like Ackerman stuff. It's like, yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, this isn't Ackerman stuff, but we did see, because you watched, right, the Levi OVAs.
Yes, super
with
cool.
his backstory, and
Super cool.
those are really cool.
Yeah.
There are, this is like the one thing I almost brought this up earlier of like before we were recorded, and I'm like, well, there are technically 3 other OVAs, and I'm pretty sure you haven't watched them, but I'm like, they're not important to. They're bonus.
Like at a certain point, I'm not going to finish the season if there's too much to watch.
There's only
not
3
because
more.
it's not good, but because
there's only 3 more. They're 2 of them are a 2-parter, and it's just a little story with Annie back in season 1 when she was undercover, and then another
that
one
would be cool. I'd like to see that.
I enjoyed those. It's not like any like plot importance. It's just like, oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then another one was like Mikasa alternate universe sort of thing, and I was like, okay, that was like fine. It was kind of like that scene she gets with like when her and Aaron like run away, like, and she sees that, you know, that vision of like them living out his
by
life.
Themselves,
yeah. It's her as a kid, but like they don't. I don't. It's like that. It's like something happens when they were kids and her parents don't die. It's something like that, and it's what would have happened. So it's kind of interesting. Those are the 3 OVAs that are like they're from like a novel originally. It's funny. There's like a spin-off of Attack on Titan called like Before the Fall, and it's like pretty long. It's a manga, and I like haven't read it at all. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I never hear anyone talk about that, but I don't know. It's just funny. And like, there's like some other, like there's, I don't think like Attack on Titan Junior High, the anime, like adapted all of the manga they made of that. And so it's funny. Like, it's just funny. Like there's some like spin-off stuff but I'm like, I'm okay. I don't really know if I need to read them.
Dive in. Yeah. That's fair.
Anyways, I derailed this. What would I like to see?
What
Attack on
like
Titan Junior High season 2. No, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't really know. I liked, because I liked the Levi backstory stuff. So I was thinking, I'm like, would there be like seeing the underground again? Maybe, I don't know, because that's kind of interesting.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, like any backstory or anything. I don't know. I feel like just like if I'd want like if there's to be more of just like another like some more episodes, it would just be like, okay, well now that I've seen all this season 4 stuff, a part of me is like, well, I kind of wish I saw more of them just kind of like being scouts back in season 1, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what it would be. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure of what was if I could insert a few more episodes somewhere and like what would it be about? I'm not really sure. I don't really know. Because like I feel like I do have an answer for this, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty like satisfied with it as it is.
There's a lot to be satisfied with. I was just curious because I was like taking a look and being.
I know I don't have a good answer.
Like questioning, being like, oh, what would this been like? That would have been cool. Or if they added this, or they put this flashback, or this vision scene, or whatever.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see a couple more vision conversations and then explanations for like how the visions happened with the founder's powers, and kind of based around the different titans. So I think that would have been, and just like understanding, because we get the big rap at the end of like, oh, Aaron talked to me and he talked to me and he talked to me.
No, yeah.
And I think that's cool. I would have liked to see that like fleshed out or built out or seen more pieces from that. I think that would have been cool. That, and then
like see their conversations.
Yeah, their conversations.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
And not long, but like just some more explanations to to see those pieces of the puzzle be a little bit bigger. But I don't think it was bad. I just wanted a little bit more with that.
I think maybe if I could see more, I would have liked to see more of like Marley stuff. Like we got with Willie Tiber.
Yeah.
Like give me 5 more episodes of that sort of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe like some more Marley, just like when they're all undercover still or something like that.
Yeah.
Like more Marley in politics or stuff. I don't know.
That would have been cool. I like that. That's a good piece. I dig it.
Yeah, and then what our favorite part?
Favorite parts of entire show, Attack on Titan. What do you like the most?
I don't know. I mean, I really like that episode, Children of the Forest. I really like, the Bertolt and Rhino reveal is amazing.
So good.
The stuff at the end of season 3, I mean, even the beginning of season 3 is really good. I really like the Levi OVAs. Those are really strong.
Yeah, they are. So good.
I don't know. My favorite part. I'm trying to think. Like, definitely like
Or
season 3.
piece.
I don't, because like, see, it's hard to say like, because I loved how season 4 opens, where it just like it starts. It's like, well, actually, I don't like the the like exposition dump. I don't think it's done well. I think it would have been done at least a little better. But I do like the beginning of season 4, where it's like, all right, we're just gonna throw you in. Here's Gabi and Falco, and they're just like in a war. And Gabi's like, all right, it's been 4 years. Okay, before she starts explaining, I really like the part how season 4 actually opens is Falco lying on the battlefield, and he's like watching a bird, and they like rescue him, and they're like, hey, are you okay? Snap out. And he's like, I was flying on ODM gear, and I was killing Titans. It's like, what is this vision that he had? It's like, that's like, it's like, oh, that's,
I don't even
that gives me
remember that
chills. Like watching that with you a few months ago, I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, what a fun little tease. Even though that, like, does that amount to anything exactly? I don't know, but that's just like fun. That's just how how season 4 just opens. It's like him, and he's just like,
Yeah, I remember him staring at the
I
bird.
was flying through the air, and I was killing Titans. And they're like, what are you talking about? And it's like, whoa, what did he see?
That's crazy.
Did he see his own future? Well, he never does that. So it's like, what did he see?
That's crazy. Like that. Great part of the show is just
like fun. Yeah, like
the layered.
I loved season 3.
Symbolism, themes.
Yeah, at the end of season 3 when they're going to retake Walmaria.
Oh yeah,
that was like that's a pretty cool moment. But like, I really do love season 4 as a whole. Of like favorite moment. But yeah, what about you?
I think when I think about Attack on Titan, my favorite parts of it, it's always going to be Scout Regiment, and it's always going to be ODM gear, like flying around.
Sure.
Just cutting up Titans.
Like the female Titan, like that whole reveal at the end of season 1. The end of season 1, just how that happens, that like final, fight and stuff. Do you remember that?
A little bit.
Okay, I was just like,
because the female Titan is Annie.
Yeah, but like just like the reveal of that, and like the mystery of that was fun, even though it was just like that was like the most simple.
Yes.
Like that is still like really fun.
It is really fun, and it what I like most about the show goes beyond just like a single scene. It's like the scouts and the ODM gear and flying around.
Yeah, it's just a cool idea.
It's just it's a really fun idea when some of those scenes were just really fun to watch.
I played the first Attack on Titan video game. Actually, I played the one on console and the 3DS one, and like those are pretty fun. It's like, yeah, it's fun to just like, it's kind of like Spider-Man,
Yeah,
it's
fly
fun.
around. Yeah,
it's like it's fun to fly around a city with the ODM gear. It's like, this is just a cool idea.
Yeah. It is, and that's not to say all of the lore and the characters and just the world is not great. I just like that's what sticks out to me the most. That's probably what, when I think about the show and what I love about it the most, that's probably it. But yeah, it's so good. It's so deep, so well done. But
I wrote down my note. I wasn't actually planning on saying this, but I do think that's funny. Not that like there have been countless jokes of this, I'm sure already, but Falco, I wrote in quotes, Falco, quote, I prefer the air, what Falco says in Super Smash Brothers, and because in the last episode he gets wings. I just think that's funny.
I hadn't thought about that. That's pretty funny.
I'm sure many people have made that joke already, but yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny to look at my notes and just see Falco, I prefer the air. It's like, yeah, that's funny.
Fair.
But yeah,
pretty good.
That's basically it.
That's it.
We're all done. 10 minutes. We just made it. Look at that. 10 minutes.
10
whole thing.
Minutes.
Definitely not 50 minutes exactly.
10 years.
Well,
and 10
a little
minutes.
less than 50 minutes.
All right. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in. This was our Anime Static episode of Attack on Titan in its full
Never talk
entirety.
about it ever again.
And
it's erased from my mind after this.
Probably. We have
Aaron erased it.
Aaron
erased it after my
Aaron erased it. That's it.
My memories of the show.
That's it.
But yeah, next time Jujutsu Kaisen.
Next time Jujutsu Kaisen. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see everyone next time.